This is a one-year pilot program with ASU and Desert Ridge Marketplace. They just installed 63,000 square feet of cool pavement in the north parking lot. It is the biggest test site yet. ASU's been studying cool pavement since 2007, designed to counteract the heat trapped by the hot pavement and concrete. The city of Phoenix, you might recall, put in more than 100 miles on streets and in neighborhoods, and they found while it lowered the pavement temperatures up to 12 degrees, it actually made humans standing on it about 5 degrees hotter. The coating reflects the heat. Well, this new project at this outdoor mall should help researchers troubleshoot concerns. They put in above and underground sensors to gauge temperature differentials for a full year.
We've only done this in the past with street-based projects, residential streets, and that's always challenging because the street is not a very large area, and from one neighborhood to the next, the nearby land cover matters a lot. So if you have a house that has an irrigated lawn and you irrigate in the morning, that will affect our measurements.
Other issues we've reported on in the past show cool pavement bubbled up and peeled off after storms. So the team at ASU will also be testing all sorts of other variables. Again, this is the largest surface area yet for a project like this. So it'll be interesting to see how much it lowers the ambient heat in that outdoor shopping complex, and if, like previous tests, it actually makes shoppers feel hotter. The city of Phoenix spent more than $12 million on cool pavement, saying it is worth it to lower the overall heat. Count on us to keep you posted on the findings here. Whitney?